Hello everyone, I'm Baruffy1322 and in this video I'm going to be showing a complete countdown of the top speeds of all fully upgraded off-road vehicles. All of the top speed values have been calculated in-game as accurately as possible to the nearest 0.50 mile per hour, and for a full explanation of how this was all done, read the description. If you want to know how all vehicles perform in a variety of different classes and formats, check the annotation on the screen or the link in the description for the full playlist of videos, and of course feel free to subscribe for future updates. So first up in 22nd place we've got the Lifeguard Blazer with a top speed of 78.5 miles per hour, which isn't too bad, especially considering it's not fully upgraded. Now if I hadn't been leaning forward with this, its top speed was only 66.5 miles per hour. So with the Blazers, the Lifeguard Blazer and the two that we'll see later on, leaning forward like you would on a bike, pushing the left stick forward does actually increase the top speed, and certainly with the Lifeguard Blazer it does have a pretty significant increase on that top speed value as well. So in 21st place we obviously had the Dune Loader there. That is fully upgraded, so it's very slow. And then next up we've got a tie for 19th place between the Marshall, which was only 0.5 mile per hour quicker than the Dune Loader, considering that, you know, the Marshall and here the Liberator aren't upgradable. Same with the Lifeguard Blazer. It goes to show just how slow the Dune Loader is, but of course in previous videos we have seen even slower fully upgraded vehicles. But yeah, the Liberator and the Marshall are exactly the same in terms of top speed with an 80.0 mile per hour. And then just ahead of that in 18th place, about 6 miles per hour quicker, is the Space Docker. Now obviously the Space Docker isn't upgradable, it's not fully upgradable, you can only get it in single player, but it doesn't have too bad of a top speed. Ahead of that in 17th is the Kalahari with a top speed of 91.0. Got reasonable acceleration, the Kalahari, but even fully upgraded like this is, it doesn't have that great of a top speed, only in 17th place. Now in 16th place we've got the Insurgent Pickup. This is the turreted version of the Insurgent. Obviously you can't upgrade it, it's a Pegasus vehicle, but it gets a top speed of 91.5 miles per hour. And then just ahead of that we've got another vehicle that is only a Pegasus vehicle and a turreted vehicle as well, with the Technical. Again, not fully upgraded because you can't upgrade this vehicle at all, but in 15th place with a top speed of 93 miles per hour. So we're starting to creep up there in terms of the top speeds that we're seeing, and at this point we see quite a lot of vehicles all very close together in terms of top speed, and they're all fully upgraded at this point. So 14th place we've got the Rancher XL with a top speed of 96.0 miles per hour. And then just ahead of that in 13th place we've got the Insurgent with a top speed of 98.0, so 2 miles per hour quicker. And yeah, we're going to see a lot of vehicles in this sort of high 90s, low 100 mile per hour area in the next few spaces. So we've got a tie now for 10th place, a three-way tie for 10th place between the Bodhi and the two Blazers. So the Bodhi and the Blazers, that's the Hot Rod Blazer and the regular Blazer, all get a top speed of 98.5 miles per hour, fully upgraded. But when you aren't leaning forward with the two Blazers, their top speed is only 92 miles per hour. So it definitely, you know, pays to lean forward with them, but ultimately they're still not, you know, they're only tied for 10th place. There's still quite a lot of cars and vehicles that are quicker. So just a little point to note is that there are quite a few vehicles in the off-roads class that you can use in an off-road race, but they aren't technically speaking off-road vehicles. So for example, the Paradise you can use in an off-road race, the Dubster. This is all in the lobby screen at the start and they aren't fully upgradable. You can't use the upgraded versions in a race, but you can use the stock versions, and it's a bit of a mess, the off-road class, I would say. But I'm sticking with these videos, I'm sticking strictly to the classes that they are. So we aren't going to be seeing the Sanchez in this video. That will come in the motorcycles video, and then you'll be able to compare from there. And that's really the main one that I wanted to point out. So tied for 8th place we had the two Sand Kings with a top speed of 99.0 miles per hour, both of those exactly the same. And then in 7th place we've got the Merryweather Mesa with 99.5 miles per hour. Now in 6th place we've got the first vehicle to get that 100 miles per hour barrier, which is the Rebel. Both the clean and the rusty versions of the Rebel are identical, it does not matter which one you have. But obviously the rusty Rebel has a lot more modifications on it. And then we go into the top 5, only 0.50 mile per hour quicker than the Rebel is the Dune Buggy, 100.5 miles per hour. And this is where we start to see a few bigger differences in the top speeds, and this is where it's sort of most noticeable. So in 4th place, we've got a good showing from the Dubster 6x6 with a 103 miles per hour top speed. Pretty decent there, you know, it's a big bulky vehicle, it's done quite well to get up there into 4th place. But then a reasonable amount ahead of that in 3rd place is the Injection with a 106.5 miles per hour top speed. So another 3.5 miles per hour on top of the Dubster 6x6, and as you can see, you know, those increases are starting to get a little bit bigger, and we're starting to see some reasonable top speeds at this point. In 2nd place, we've got the Bifter with a 107.5 miles per hour top speed, so only 1 mile per hour quicker than the Injection, but obviously a lot quicker around the track because of its spoiler and its traction. But ultimately, the number 1 vehicle in the off-road class is the Brawler with a 118 mile per hour top speed. It's very quick, the Brawler. It's on par with a lot of the top sports cars in terms of top speed, and it's significantly higher than all of the other cars in the class. As we saw, you know, it's 10.5 miles per hour quicker than 2nd place. It absolutely demolishes everything in terms of top speed. So, you know, it's all based on what you need. If you're in a race that has a lot of straights, even an off-road race as well that has a lot of straights, the Brawler is going to be a great option for you. But it does remain to be seen what kind of top speed the Sanchez is going to get when we do the motorbikes video. In my personal opinion, I would imagine that the Sanchez is going to get a higher top speed because just in general, a bike that wheelies is going to be quicker than a car anyway. And as we know, the Sanchez is utterly dominant around a circuit as well. But yeah, I wanted to stick with this series strictly to the classes as they are. You know, these are all, strictly speaking, off-road vehicles. They're all in the off-road class. The Sanchez is in the motorbikes class. The Paradise is in the vans class, you know, all that kind of stuff. So these are the 22, strictly speaking, off-road vehicles in the game, and the Brawler is the easily the quickest in terms of top speed. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you want to subscribe for the motorbikes video, which should be out next week, hopefully, you're welcome to do that. And I really do appreciate the support as always. If you want to go back and see the circuit testing as well, the link to that playlist will be in the description. So thank you guys for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.